Oh, big tree just fell. Holy cow, down in the horse pasture. I've got to go down there and show that to you. I just saw it. It was probably a 40-foot tree that just blew over. Woo! We're gonna take a minute. I'll be right back. Hi everybody. So we're having a freaking windstorm. Dwayne's not very happy. It's crazy windy up here, and just shy of a year ago, we had a huge windstorm too, and it was blowing like crazy. In fact, that big tree got burned in the Carlton Complex fire in 2014, and I was having a bet with myself we were gonna lose it. That sucker was gonna blow over. But what I'm dealing with right now is nothing but solid freaking ice on the driveway. Hi, Joy. It's starting to melt, so it's 45 degrees right now. It's Saturday, so we're not supposed to be having this type of weather, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. I got stuff to do. So there's the grumpy camel, and it's now, of course, it's starting to rain, and I have chores to do. So, well, hi, Joey. Welcome to pre-spring, I suppose. And of course, I just came home, and I can't go anywhere without the chickens following me. They are the coolest critters. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why I love chickens. So we've got two purebred Rhode Island Reds. We just call them the Reds. They're those two. That's Big Boy, our rooster. That's Ashley, another rooster. He's the, if he breeds a hen, well, I don't know which, whoa, I gotta get out of the wind. Holy smokes. If he was a hen, he would actually be laying they call them the Easter egg chickens because they lay multicolored eggs. So he's cool. Big Boy, he was actually born and raised, hatched on the farm here. He is Joey, shush. He's half Rhode Island Red and half Banty. And then we have Spaz, who is the Leghorn. We got her from our neighbor Brian. And then there's Little Gray. Obviously, she's the little gray one right there. She is a little Banty. And then we have Blondie over here somewhere. I don't know where Blondie went. Oh, there she is. She's in the hay pile. So, one reason why I absolutely love these chickens, for one, is, of course, they lay eggs. We have fresh eggs every day. Another reason is because they eat so many bugs and grubs and everything out of the garden. They till up the garden. They're pretty great. Joey, honestly, he's pooping. He's not coming after ya. Golly, told you guys you'd be seeing a lot of poop. Now that the snow is melting, we have a fertilizer pile. All right, so we have Ashley. Oh, Dwayne's trying to get in. So here's Ashley. He is the most friendly chicken that we have. We got him from my husband's friend. I think they live in Spokane or something. And he is super friendly. He slept inside with us the first few days after we got him, and he is just an absolute doll. He's a cool dude. So, hi, sweetheart. And yes, we do have two roosters, but honestly, they get along pretty fantastic. They sleep in the same chicken coop, and I'll show you guys that in a second. The reason why we have two roosters is because Big Boy was actually hatched here, and I couldn't stand to get rid of him, so we have two roosters, and this guy needed a home, so he's our pal. Chickens are just great on the farm because they're a little bit of a comedic release, I suppose. If you're sitting outside, the chickens will play. Oh, big tree just fell. Holy cow, down in the horse pasture. I've got to go down there and show that to you. I just saw it. It was probably a 40-foot tree that just blew over. Woo! We're gonna take a minute. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I lied to you a little bit. We're not gonna do much of the chicken video today. We're gonna do the 2020 windstorm video, I do believe. And I am just crazy enough to walk out here and show you that freaking tree that just fell over. So all these trees, these ones here, and then all of these tall trees, that huge pine, and then the big pine behind it, those are all dead. They got burned in the fire, and my husband's been knocking them down slowly, but some of them we can't get to. Oh, there's another one that fell. That one right there fell over, and shoot, I think it was, maybe it was this guy. This tree comes all the way back. Maybe it was him that fell? Oh yeah, it was, because I can see the debris in the snow. So yeah, he fell just now. Oh yeah, we lost a couple more too. Yeah, we lost this big guy here, which is fine. I mean, they're dead. Oh yeah, we're gonna... Joey, come here. Joe! Sign language because he's deaf. That big tree is, yeah, I think we're gonna lose him too, and it's blowing towards me, so we're gonna walk away. Oh, I really hope we get that on camera. He was leaning really hard right towards me, so I'm gonna be smart about it and just kind of back away slowly. Wow, it is. Oh, we might lose that big guy too, right there. Yeek! I don't know how much of the wind that you guys can pick up on the audio, but wow, it is freaking whipping through. Oh, it looks like we lost a couple more down here. There's one right by the picker's cabin that's tipped over. Actually, there's a few of them down there. And it's 45 degrees, so I'm not out here with a jacket. So those trees in the back over there, they're alive, and these ones are still alive too, but wow, I thought for sure, I really thought for sure that one was gonna go. So, oh, and you can see there's some over here that are tipped over. And I tried really hard last year. I mean, I spent probably, I don't know, an hour with my video camera on that big pine because he looked like he was going to tip over. And in fact, he's kind of leaning a little bit that way. Oh, I thought for sure that was going to go. Okay, well, I'm going to walk away slowly. And if I can hear it crack and starting to tip, I will turn it around. And the sheepies, they don't like the wind so much. Oh, my tarps. My tarp is getting ready to go bye-bye. Yeah, it looks like we lost a couple tie downs on it. It is whipping through here, folks. I don't know what the wind speed is, but we're gonna go inside and show you the wind speed. Come on, just fall over already. You can see there's a couple of them right next to it too that have fallen. Goodness gracious. Hi, Ruckus. All right, so I'm heading over to the chicken coop. I'm gonna wait for that big tree hopefully to fall and try a little more of the Why I Love Chickens on the Farm video. Those guys, I think they were falling over previously, but they're sure tipping. And yeah, the snow's melting so fast. So I know you guys, if you've seen my videos, you've seen the chicken coop. I've checked the eggs, I've checked mouse traps. Here's the nesting box. Eggs. Yay, eggs. They are free range for the most part. Oh, it looks like their door swung shut. Their other nesting box blew over. So they have a nesting box outside. They have these two A-frame little houses. They have two dog kennels hooked together, so when we do keep them locked up, they have plenty of room. a little faux window. The horse is staring at me. So in here, oh, it looks like we lost the light bulb. Ah, crap. I bet the power's out. Yeah, I think the power's out. Yep, the power's out. I just looked at the extension cord and the light's not on. So here's their little house. They've got their feeder, their water, which I change it every day, every other day. The mouse trap, which they flipped over. But yeah, they have a heat lamp, and I also have a really cool contraption that I didn't hook up yet this year. It's a thermostat that turns on. I'm gonna have it turn on at probably 33 and turn off closer to 40, maybe 45. They don't like it when it's hot, but I like to keep them comfortable. So they are fully insulated because they're spoiled. And yes, all of the chickens sleep inside together at night, and they get along great. Even though we do have the 2 roosters, they get along pretty well, so I don't ever really worry about it. But they get to go wherever they want to go. And this is the garden area, which, yeah, the horses are in it now, but the horses in the spring, when the hay starts, or the grass starts growing, they're going to be in the big horse pasture. So we're going to get them out of the garden, but they're fertilizing it. So that's why I have their feeder in here, because they're making the ground and the soil a lot better. And all my irrigation lines, yeah, it looks kind of ugly, but it's organized chaos at the moment. So still waiting on that big tree to fall over. Squeezy is eating the compost bin. What are you doing? Look what you're doing! You're putting teeth marks all in it. Squishy! Look, see what you're doing? Oh, that's not your first time either. She's reached all the way over here. Wow. You're a brat. Oh. Power just came on. I'm standing by our hot tub and the motor just turned back on. All right, so we've got power back. Interesting. It's not very rare that we lose power up here unless something is really, really bad. So I'm gonna go inside and see what the wind speed is. Come on, just fall over. Just fall over. Okay, so it's 43 degrees right now, and it's currently blowing, let's see, 10 miles an hour, 13 is average, 22 peak. And I didn't think it actually saved the information because the power went out, but it did save the information. So yeah, average wind speed's been 13, which doesn't seem like much, but when you have dead trees outside and they want to fall over and you're standing right underneath them, it gets a little sketchy. So yeah, oh, what happened? Oh, weird. So yeah, right now it is absolutely pouring down rain and the wind is blowing sideways. So I'm not going outside to do chores yet. Everybody has food and water, so I'm not going to worry. Today's high humidity, 99%. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it got up to actually 48 degrees today, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going to get some hot tea and relax for a little bit. So one great thing about having propane is that I can still cook. Yay. So the power's out. It's been on and off. It's gone off probably half a dozen times, and it is off. So farm fresh eggs. I just went out to the chicken coop, was it yesterday? So this is like, I don't know, yesterday or day before's chicken egg. So hello, that's another reason why I absolutely love chickens on the farm, because for one, it's so much protein, and two, if you ever need breakfast, we just go shopping. When we say we're going shopping, we're either going to the chicken coop to get eggs or the garden to get potatoes. So yeah, I love my chickens. And yep, power's still out. can't see how fast the wind's blowing, but it is whipping. Oh, and I forgot also, since we have a well, we have a pressure tank, so we still have water. So with my scrambled eggs, I'm also going to have salsa that we made this last year with pretty much everything from the garden except for the, I think we put cilantro in here. So corn, tomatoes, spicy peppers, hot peppers, jalapenos. We put a whole bunch of stuff in the salsa. So, yep. That's going in my scrambled eggs, and I'm going to batten down the hatches and just stay put for a little bit. Okay, so I just had my scrambled egg and the salsa, and whoo, it's a little heavy on the cayenne, I realized. It was a little spicy, but oh, so great when you can do that from your own garden, from your own chickens, from your own vegetables. It's just, homesteading and farmsteading is the way of life. I couldn't do anything else. I love it so much. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about this guy. This is what I mentioned when we were out at the chicken coop. I had one over the last couple years, but then something happened and it shorted out and stopped working. So I got another one, another kind. They're a little bit difficult to figure out. So if you've never used one of these, this one's the Inkbird, the thermometer, thermostat, has a heating and cooling port, which I don't use the cooling. We only use the heating for the chicken coop, because my chickens are super spoiled and I want them to be nice and comfortable in the wintertime. It was -4 degrees here not too long ago. They were outside walking around, having a good old time. So our chickens really aren't that sensitive to the cold, but if it's raining or the wind's blowing, which it is today, and they're still outside, which is kind of odd. If they're inside, I want them to be as comfortable as possible, especially at night. So here's the little probe that I put, in their little common area in the chicken coop. And then you just plug in the heat light or whatever else you're plugging into this thing, and you can adjust it. So there's different settings for heating and cooling. It is, when you read the directions, it's almost impossible to understand. The directions weren't that great, but I had to get online, and then my husband figured it out. I did the last one, but I had to look over several YouTube videos because you can't just set it for a temperature to turn on at a certain temperature and turn off at a certain temperature. So there's like a variance. So you have to tell it when to turn, I think it's on or off or something, and then you have to give it like a 15-degree variance, and then it'll turn on at that point. Anyway, it was really stinking confusing. I don't know why they can't make these things a lot easier, but it will turn on. When I go plug it in, it'll turn on at 33 degrees and turn off at 45 because the chickens don't like to be too hot, oddly enough. So if it gets any hotter than like 45 degrees, if it's during the daytime, or excuse the nighttime, I've actually seen them sleep outside on those little A-frames. So I make sure it's not too hot for them because they get uncomfortable. Now, I want to tell you guys something I'm a little embarrassed about. Power's off, still off. And I thought, oh, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to clean. I'm going to do some stuff that I haven't been able to do. Love having the power off. Other than it's a little chilly in here, but love it because I can get so much more done. So guess what I thought I was going to do? I looked at the floor. There's dog hair all over the floor because our dog Joey has allergies and he sheds everywhere. Thought I was going to vacuum. I get out the vacuum. Power's out. Can't vacuum. I plugged it in, turned it on, and I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with the vacuum cleaner. There's no power. So, well, guess what we're not doing today until the power comes back on. My husband's at work, so I'm trying to clean before he gets here. And, well, I'm an idiot. So, it's the little things you don't think about. However, I do have emergency stuff. So I've got candles. So I've got 3 or 4 different candles kind of laying around. We've got oil lamps if we need them. So we're prepared if the power goes out and if it's at nighttime. And I just guess I'm not going to vacuum right now because the power's out. Ooh, and the wind is definitely still blowing. So until we get our house built, we're staying in a travel trailer. It's a 28-foot coachman. It's nothing fancy. There's no tip outs or anything. It's pretty small and cozy. And since we live in Okanogan County, where it's pretty much a desert, it gets dusty so fast. So I am constantly cleaning. But you can't keep it clean because there's no ventilation, there's no filters, there's no real HVAC to filter out the dust in the air. So it's a constant cleaning process, but I don't mind. I mean, when we're up here at the property, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So, and also I got really anxious and planted some mammoth spinach and some kale, and it's starting to grow. Look at it. Little tiny guy right there. So I love spinach, and I thought, might as well start something. I hate kale. I think it's gross. Don't like anything about it other than the fact that apparently it's healthy for you. So I put kale in my shakes. I make a smoothie, a really healthy smoothie, because I'm trying to be healthy. So we're doing that, and this is my table. If you guys have ever seen my Finger Sticks Gallery, STIX, I've been doing a lot of painting in the trailer. So yes, our dining room table is covered in plastic so I can paint, but now it's also doubling as a greenhouse because I'm desperate for spring. So the big tree hasn't fallen over yet, so if that ever happens, I will let you guys know. See you shortly. Okay, so I'm getting bored. I'm going stir crazy. I've already done my chores. I fed everybody, watered everybody, and I was gonna clean. I had lunch, which really entailed of 1 egg and some homemade salsa. I'm trying to be healthy. I don't know what else to do. Oh, we have sheep. There's Coco eating out of the horse feeder, which is kind of funny because they have the almost exact same hay in their feeder and they still have a ton left. Hello. What are you doing? Oh, so the sheep are actually, okay, so the sheep, they can go through this gate and they can go back that little trail and back into the big upper pasture. It's the one that I showed you guys before that it's the one with the panels and the chicken wire so the coyotes stay out. So they have been, if I could do this with the camera this way, they have been walking across the pond. Well, now that it's melting and it's wet, they won't use it. They will not walk across that. So they've been walking across the dike and then into our little living area. Probably one reason they use that way because the horses chase them. They're pretty friendly, but Skip gets a little rambunctious. So now that they're using that trail, the alpacas are really concerned because especially Salt, he gets really concerned if they get out of sight or the herd splits. So he'll chase them down, make sure they're safe. Grumpy Camel, he's got to go too. So they'll follow him, they'll chase him down. So, oh hi sis, with a leaf stuck to your butt. She is my holdback ewe. We were gonna sell her for a breeding ewe. She was too sweet, too friendly. Her conformation was too good that I didn't really want to get rid of her for meat. Broke my heart. I'd be a horrible rancher. I'd keep half of them. So, yeah, we're holding her back for a breeding ewe. We're going to expand our flock a little bit. We want to have, I think it's called a closed flock, where we don't want to bring in any outside sheep. We have scrapie tags, which scrapie is a pretty nasty little bug that we're trying to, the USDA is trying to eradicate in the United States. I think it's a neurological disease, and it makes their hair fall out, their muscles get weak, they can't walk. It's just a terrible disease. So our sheep have not shown any signs of that. They're all healthy, and we don't want to bring anybody else in that might be contaminated or sick. So I am going to have a record keeping video, you guys. If you're interested in record keeping or how the heck I keep this craziness sorted out and straight, I will be having a record keeping video soon as the lambs are being born. I think, well, I'm using Mother Nature's freezer right now because our power's out. So yeah, I might have a beer. We're into the afternoon. It's a Saturday. It's about time. So, and I think I'm gonna brush the dog. I don't know what else to do right now because it is windy and I'm cold, and so I'm gonna brush that little fur right there. Okay, so I brushed Joey out. I probably have another dog worth of hair that I pulled off him, but the wind stopped and I have to wear my sunglasses because it is super sunny. It is amazing out right now. And that tree didn't fall down. I was really, really hoping to catch it on video, but it didn't happen. And Ruckus is eating out of the horse feeder, of course, because he's a stinker. We still have no power, but it literally, not overusing that term, is warmer outside than it is inside the trailer. So I had the door open for a little bit and the blinds open because it's freaking cold inside right now. So I had to come outside. I'm freezing my butt off. So yeah, it is a lot warmer outside, but it is such a nice day. The calm after the storm, really. So here comes Squeezy coming to say hi. And folks, so we are in Okanogan County. We are in north central Washington state. We are not Seattle. We are on the other side of the Cascade Mountain Range from Seattle. We're quite a bit different over here. Political views, farming. There's a lot of farms being shut down over there. I lived in Snohomish for a long time, graduated Snohomish High. And it's just a total different animal on that side of the mountains. So it rains a lot. It's all green. They call it the evergreen state, but really the state is not an evergreen state. It's just the west side of the mountains. So here in Okanogan County, we do have spring, summer, winter, fall, distinct seasons, but we also have the Okanogan County seasons. We have let's see, we've got mud, dust, fire, and ice. So mud, right now we're coming into spring. Mud is everywhere. Hi, Ruckus. How you doing, little boy? So yeah, we have the mud season. In the summertime, we're going to have the dust season because it does not rain in the summer. And then we have fire, which is late summer and fall, and ice, which is pretty much all winter. So those are our 4 Okanogan County seasons. It's pretty stunning out today now that the wind is not blowing. It is super calm. My poor husband was working for the city today because the power was out, so we had to go manage and maintain the wells and all that stuff for the city. So he's not here. He's in town right now. So I'm just going to go out and probably pick on the sheep a little bit and enjoy the sun. It feels so good. I'm finally warming up a little bit. Skip is sleeping. He fell asleep. And it looks like Squeezy is falling asleep. So later on today, I might videotape a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to video a little bit on tomorrow. Ooh, wait. Super Bowl's tomorrow, isn't it? Okay, well, I might video. We'll see. So I want to say hi to Abby. Hello, Abby. You watch my videos. You're such a darling. And your brothers, Gavin and Lucas. Hi, kids. How you doing? So I'm going to go find something else to do while it's nice and sunny. So I will be back. Hubs is admiring his handiwork after he just cleared a big tree off the county road. How's it look?
Looks like crap. Looks like you puked out my truck and you're puking dirt.
You're only saying that because you're on video.
You're a dirt puker.
Gross. So folks, this is the thanks we get for doing something nice for the county. The power steering went out.
So, yep. It looks like the power steering pump's out.
Oh, the power
She's out of the rack. And I don't think that it's possible. Anyway.
So it's full on fluid.
Oh yeah. Your husband's not that dumb.
Who's he?
I don't know. I don't like that guy though. He's kind of irritating and a pain in the ass.
I agree. I love that guy though.
I don't know why.
So, could be what?
Oh, no. It is what it is. It's probably the power steering gearbox. That's my guess.
But
what are you doing?
Do we have a new one?
Do we have a new one?
I thought.
Oh yeah, on the shelf.
Oh no.
Because we're in a parts house. Remember, we're in
No, you were looking for. Oh dang it.
Jerry's
No.
Supply.
Oh. It's the air conditioning compressor we have.
That's in the back seat.
Ah.
Let's use.
So yeah, we saw the county guys coming down the canyon. Thought we'd clear the road for them because there was a big pine tree straight across the road. So couldn't really get by unless you had a truck. So we cleared it, and on our way back, we noticed he was driving. Noticed that the power steering went out, and he said it could be the rack, but it could also be the power steering pump. So that's apparently the thanks we get for helping the county during the windstorm, and we still have no power. So this currently is what I'm doing. Getting the fire started, but I had to go harass Doug when he was working on the truck, so I let the fire go a little bit. But yeah, we have no power. I'm freezing my butt off. The PUD guys, the county guys, are working their tails off getting power back to everybody. And that's why you got to be prepared. You got to have stuff like this, like a fireplace or candles or secondary heating, because I'm a big wimp when it comes to being cold. So now we have a broken down plow truck. Well, not really broken down. We also have a 4Runner, which is my daily driver, that is breaking down. I think the transmission's starting to poop out. It is what it is. So
Where's the pick and chain?
The picket. That's a good question. I don't know.
That's it.
It's right there. I found it.
Nailed it.
So we're now getting the generator hooked up so we can have power in the trailer, so we're not freezing our tail ends off tonight. So I'll let you know the progress on that coming shortly. Okay, so what I couldn't show you because my phone died, because I don't have any electricity in the trailer to charge my phone, we have a generator, and the generator, we start it up every couple weeks, let it run, put a load on it, and it, of course, when we needed it the most, it wouldn't work, and my face is frozen. I could barely talk. So it wouldn't run. Every time we turned it on, put a load on it for the trailer, it would die. So, and every other time we started it, it would run fine. So, of course, right when we need it, it wouldn't work. So we have a dead power steering pump on the Dodge, and now our generator doesn't work. The PUD knows about, hi Skip. The PUD knows about the problem, and I love our PUD. They are phenomenal, so I am not complaining. But we have no heat, and we're cold, and I can cook because we have propane. However, we're going to be sleeping in the shop tonight with the wood stove because it's freaking cold and we have no other means of heating. So we're going to sleep in there tonight. So I'm getting the, wow, I look old and really tired right now. So we're getting the heating, the lighting, and all that set up. So here's me trying to unearth the lamps. Okay, so I know it's a little bit dark in here because, again, we have no power, so we have no lighting. But we have a lot of beans, rice, oats. We have a whole bunch of stuff stockpiled in here. So this is our emergency lighting. I think. I hope. We'll see. Hold on. Oh, okay. So we have a suture kit in case of emergencies, because that's probably what I'm going to need eventually. More suture material. Again, I'm going to need that. Oh, and we've got a whole box of 72 candles, lamp oil, extra wicks, which is really handy, a brand new little lantern, and we've got lamps in the shop already on the wall. They're already mounted, and we've got probably 4 other lanterns in the greenhouse in case of emergency. So we are prepared. So hopefully my phone doesn't die again, and I will show you kind of what we're dealing with on the pre-spring 2020 storm. The only way I can charge my phone though is in the car, and I don't want to leave the car on for a long time. So I will get you guys set up and we will see if we survive the night. Between my husband and I, we got the fire going. It is, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon, and the power is still off, which honestly, if the PUD guys, I mean, there's only so many of them, if they can get the power on to town and the people that really need it, then by all means. I mean, if they say, hey, you're SOL, I'm fine with that. I would rather people in need have power before us because we can maintain. So I got those. Ruckus is following me. So we've got the two lights inside. We got the fire started. We do have a foam mattress that we can sleep on in the shop, which is no problem. The dogs are going to be warm. But I'm in the greenhouse, which currently it's kind of storage. So this is all of my irrigation stuff for the garden and the flower beds. And then of course the pots. We've got the solar lights that we pull out in the winter time because the sheep step on them. And then all the hoses down here. This is my safe haven. I love my greenhouse so much. And I cannot wait to have a house that we can have a little bit of a greenhouse or something, arboretum or whatever it is on the side of the house. This is my oasis. I love it. So this is where I plant, well, this is the soil bin where I get all the soil for the plantings. But down here we have some lanterns. And I don't know that I can show you this with me seeing or not seeing them. So we've got a bunch of lanterns, and I'm gonna grab this guy, probably one more. This one's older. I don't want to use him unless I really have to. Oh, I don't know. What am I gonna use? Oh, maybe the cone one. So this one this works really well because we have the little propane canisters. I don't have a whole lot of lamp oil. I thought I had a couple gallons, but I can't find them. So maybe I used them already. I'm not really sure. So we have the propane and we have the lamp oil lamp. So that's enough light for us. We don't really care. That's enough light. But the cool thing is I can still cook dinner. I can cook breakfast in the morning. I can cook. We have heat. And the wind did pick up a little bit again. It's still blowing, but yeah, it's okay. We're fine. We're prepared. The animals are warm. The animals are safe. And that's all I really care about. So we'll see what happens. Okay, with any luck, this thing is going to start. It's been sitting for a couple years, so we're going to find out. Okay, let's start it. Dad, you would be so proud. Oh my goodness. There we go. So my dad, the one that I showed you guys with the crazy W corral sign, my biological dad, he would always have these kind of lanterns. And I remember he was always replacing the, I guess the wicks or whatever, that the little bulbs up there. And it just kind of brings back memories because I haven't really had to do this since I was a kid. So hi Dad, love you. You still have a huge impact on my life. So there we go. We have a lantern. We have light, and it's starting to get dark. It's not really dark to the point where we need extra light, but I want to make sure everything's working before that happens because it's going to start getting cold. And so I want to show you guys, it's probably close to freezing right now because it's really freaking cold and the wind's blowing. But inside the shop, it's 48 degrees. So I'm pretty freaking happy. It is substantially warmer inside than it is outside. And my face is still frozen, so I can't talk right, but it's almost 49 degrees. So I'm not going to cry about that. I'm super happy. We have a lantern. We have lamp oil. We have a lantern over here. We have the lantern down here. We have a lantern on the wall over here. And of course the wood stove. And Odie has his jacket. Joey, I don't know what he's doing. He's just sitting there. So the doors, we haven't gotten the shop doors on quite yet. Yeah, we're working on that. We haven't got them done yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw down the edges so it's not so breezy and weight down the bottom so the tarps don't fly up. So it is almost dark outside and the power's still not on, but I've got one lantern, two lantern, and the propane lantern. I did find out that that guy right there doesn't hold oil. It was leaking. It leaked out the bottom super bad. So anyway, I'm going to be cooking dinner on him, and I have the wood stove still going. So tonight, and I honestly, guys, I'm kind of hoping the power does not come back on because this really gives us an opportunity to see if we can really like survive at night, I guess. And it's kind of trying tonight because it's going to be in the 20s tonight, so it's going to be cold. It's comfortable in the shop. We have the wood stove on. And we're going to be making some salmon tonight. So I pulled this out of the freezer earlier, and look at how pretty that is. I caught this fish this summer, so we're going to be cooking that guy. and probably a little bit of our lamb sausage that we processed this spring or this fall. And that's going to be pretty much dinner for us tonight. So I heard a little trick that if you put mayonnaise on the fish, it kind of takes the fishy flavor out of it, and it really works. Like, I am a total believer. So I'm going to put a little bit of the mayonnaise and then a little bit of the Himalaya salt and fresh ground peppercorns. So if you've never had fresh cracked peppercorns, you are totally missing out. So that's what I'm going to be making for dinner. Okay, folks, this is what it looks like currently. We have the dogs sitting in front of the wood stove. We have 3 lanterns, and I'm cooking on the ground. So that's how that's going, which it's great. It's comfortable. It's warm in here. And I just saw the hubby coming down the hill because he decided to go coyote hunting. So he's coming down the hill right now. And the power is still not on. And to be completely honest, I'm kind of happy it's not. I am loving this. I could 100% homestead with no power. I love it. My mom raised me right, I guess. So we're cooking some salmon. Oh my God, my nose is still running. We're cooking salmon and gonna have a nice dinner. And the dogs are comfortable. They're nice and warm. And to be totally honest, I'm getting a little bit warm in here. It's, and I've been doing a lot of moving around. Oh, it's 60 degrees. So me being active, walking around, doing chores, 60 degrees in the shop, and we don't even have a garage door yet. So we are working on getting the garage door. So there's still a little bit of a breeze, but you know what? It's kind of great. So, hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm going to sign off. We don't have power tonight, and I'm totally fine with that. And I'm going to finish cooking salmon for dinner, and we will catch up with you. Please subscribe. It means a lot to me if you guys subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell if you want to be notified if I have a new video coming up or posted. And yeah, we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna ride out the storm, and I'm more than happy to do it. So yeah, until next time, folks.